long time no see, and here I am with a new video. I know I've been really lagging on my videos, but I wanted to do this quick video about the new Smashbox double exposure palette. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you've recently seen me post a picture of this because I really wanted this, because this was available only for VIB when it was first released, and I believe it's available now for regular Sephora Beauty Insiders. If you guys are familiar with the Smashbox full exposure palette, it's pretty much the same size and everything, except the eyeshadows are a little bit different. As far as claims for this eyeshadow palette, it's supposed to be you're supposed to get 2 looks in one with this, and which is kind of just gimmicky in general, because if you wet an eyeshadow, it usually does change color. It gets brighter, bolder, and I will show you guys some swatches of the eyeshadows in the palette, wet and then swatch dry as well. As far as upon swatching them, there wasn't really that quite big a difference. I mean, the matte shades says on this paper are supposed to go deeper, which is true, and then some shades are supposed to turn metallic, which is true, but for the most part I feel like the eyeshadows swatched really beautifully even dry, so that's a really big thumbs up for me. And I will show you guys a tutorial, of course, of this eye makeup that I'm wearing, since I used the palette for the makeup look I'm wearing right now. And I used a color called Copper, and it's supposed to turn metallic when you wet it, but it does not look metallic on my eyes. It's just a really deep burgundy, which I was slightly disappointed with, but for the most part it swatched really beautifully, and everything kind of, it was very easy to work with the eyeshadows that I put on today. So definitely happy about this palette. Again, it's the Smashbox double exposure palette. I will show you guys a kind of comparison. These eyeshadows over here compared to the ones in the full exposure palette are a lot warmer, and you get kind of the very kind of fallish vibe with this palette because it's got a lot of warm colors, your staples, and it doesn't have the chunky glitters that the full exposure palette had if you weren't a fan of this eyeshadow palette. So this is for $52. I believe it'll be available at Sephora and Ulta and most of the, you know, makeup retailers out there. I really do like this palette, and I'm not sure if you really need it, but if you're a makeup lover, if you want something to add to your collection, I think this would make a really great addition. The eyeshadows swatched beautifully, they blended nicely, and they were easy to work with. I had a little bit of fallout with some of the eyeshadows that I used today, but nothing too crazy that is just gonna deter you from like using this. I believe this was a little bit more expensive compared to this one. It came in the usual box with the little mascara. I've never used the mascara that came in this palette, but as far as the brushes though, I felt like the brush that came with the full exposure palette is a lot nicer, because it has the kind of 217 dual ended kind of brush, while this one is kind of just has an angled brush and then just a flat brush that you can use to pack on eyeshadow. So I feel like it's a major plus for the original palette, because the brushes in there are actually really quite nice. I mean, there's nothing wrong with these brushes. I felt like I preferred the brushes that are better, but because of the claims that you're supposed to wet the eyeshadow, supposed to have kind of the double duty wet eyeshadow thing, I think that's why they provided this type of brush. But for the most part, my overall impression with this palette, I think it's a gorgeous palette, and it would make a nice addition to your everyday collection. The eyeshadows are very wearable, very nice and warm colors, and I felt like you could get a lot of use out of this palette because it's just very versatile, and I love the color collection they provided. So I hope you guys found this mini review helpful, and I will show you guys a tutorial of the look that I am wearing right now. Definitely you can wear a lighter lip with this, with the look, but I wanted to go with a dark lip because I wanted to see if, you know, this could make a good Thanksgiving look for you guys, since Thanksgiving is coming up next week. So that is pretty much it. I hope you guys found this helpful, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!